All right, everyone, this is Norval Central. I really thank you for coming on to the video today. I have about 1,920 subscribers, so be sure to hit that subscribe button. It helps me grow the channel tremendously. Be sure to hit the like button. It only takes 1 second, but I just really appreciate everyone coming on today to watch the video. But I just want to go ahead and have a interesting topic in terms of discussion because you look at Jammie Robinson, who is declaring for the 2023 draft. You're trying to find pieces in that defensive secondary that can be efficient. And I think you're losing Jammie Robinson, who is a very, very vital part to this defense, and you're trying to replace him or at least kind of counteract the production that he had. And when you're looking at it at the safety position, you look at a guy like Akeem Dent, who I think is a very, very efficient piece for Florida State, but he did get hurt in the Oklahoma game. So you're trying to find ways to kind of reload that secondary, especially at the safety position. You've already got your number one cornerback basically in Ventrell Cypress, the Virginia transfer, but you're trying to find some options at safety to kind of utilize that and be better in the back half to kind of help you on those deep passes as well. But when you look at it, I mean, I would definitely think that if you're having to look at a guy that you can really rely on in terms of being a meaningful starter, I think you have to start with Shyheim Brown. This is a guy that was a 3-star prospect coming out of Lake City. I think this is just a wonderful addition that Florida State fans were kind of excited about. You know, they weren't really talking about him as much because I think they started him out at outside linebacker was what he was listed as a recruiting analyst sites and other stuff as well. And you were trying to find ways to be able to use him efficiently. And people, whenever you brought him over to safety, they were all like, well, you know, this guy can play anywhere. But then next thing you know, man, he really blossomed into that role, especially in the preseason. But the problem is you're playing behind Jammie Robinson and Akeem Dent, who really came on last season. He only had 3 tackles in 2021, but 2022, he had that shining moment against LSU. He blocked the PAT. It was something that was noteworthy. His effort to not give up on the play, I think, was very good. He was a special teams contributor. But the great thing about it is he played meaningful snaps against Florida and also Oklahoma. He had 7 tackles against Florida and then 5 tackles against Oklahoma. You know, this was a guy that you can really, really rely on and start having this conversation in terms of being that guy that starts in. And I think Florida State fans have to understand that, you know, your options in the transfer portal are kind of limited. I mean, Jahai Carter, the top safety transfer that was available in the portal, he just committed to Ohio State recently. So you're really trying to figure out what is going to happen. I mean, of course, there are going to be some guys that opt to go into the transfer portal during the spring, but you're really just trying to figure out what is going to be the next option for that. And I think Shyheim Brown is that guy to be able to do that. I think he is an efficient piece that Florida State loves. Adam Fuller loves to utilize him in his system. You can utilize him everywhere, being able to kind of use him in just every possible way. But just kind of looking at some of the depth that we have at that safety position, I mean, can you rely on a Conrad Hussey that's coming in the summer? I mean, Edwin Joseph, KJ Kirkland, I mean, Quindarius Jones, are you going to use him at corner or safety? You know, and then you look at some of the other guys as well. I mean, Travis Jay, do you move him back to safety? I mean, do you move Renato Green, your second best corner at this point in terms of the depth chart, or at least competing with Jerry and Jones? Do you move him back to safety? I mean, it's just kind of like you look at some of these options and you don't have a ton of depth at that safety position other than the young freshman that you brought in. So will they get an experienced option? Possibly, because you don't have Jarquez McClellan anymore. Pack is what they call him. And I wonder if they're going to be able to utilize him in an efficient way. But otherwise, I think Shyheim Brown is clear and above 100% the guy that you go with right now. I think he's your safest option, and I think he has a huge amount of upside that you can really bank it off of and with everything else. But I really appreciate all of everyone watching the video today. Be sure to like the video. Like I said before, it's completely free. I'm trying to grow my YouTube and trying to get out these daily content each and every day. But I appreciate it as always, and go Noles.